My name is James Farrelly. I'm the engineering manager with Novelplast. Novelplast is a recycling company. We recycle PET. Typically, if you go into your local grocery and you're buying fruit, vegetables, they come in punnets. A lot of them are clear. That would be the type of material we'd be using or supplying into.
Every batch Novelplast produces has to meet exact customer specifications for intrinsic viscosity, haze, and color purity.
If there's too much contaminant going in on the in-feed material, it'll block up our filters, causing us issues on our extrusion lines. Flake can come in various standards. It can be cardboard, metal, wood, or other polymers. So part of our process is to clean that material up so that it's suitable to go on our extrusion line.
They wanted to step into the world of an optical sorter, but were left with a situation of how to in-feed the material into that sorter and handle it generally around the rejects and final passes.
We had space restriction. We also had height restrictions, so we had to work below 6.5 meters. And then we wanted a system that would be very much maintenance-free.
Novelplast selected the TOMRA optical sorter for separation. For the conveying system to feed it, they turned to Kongskilde.
To convey the material completely through the TOMRA, there are 6 conveying systems, all controlled through one control panel.
Kongskilde designed the conveying system around the TOMRA's 3-stage cleaning process. Material cycles through a series of hoppers and chutes. What passes inspection moves forward, rejects are automatically returned for another pass, and only material that fails all 3 passes is discharged. At the center of it, the multi-evacuator, a combined blower and cyclone that creates suction to draw material through the line. It's separated inside the cyclone and discharged through a rotary valve that controls feed rate and keeps the system as a closed loop and clean.
It's a complex system, albeit made quite simple by Kongskilde.
The multi-evacuator with its internal cyclone and blower doesn't come into contact with the material, really the perfect solution. So the discharged air from the multi-evacuator is actually returned back to the receiving rotary valve. So there's no open-ended pipework within the system at all, which kept the air a lot tidier as well. Kongskilde very much were part of the discussions on what was required and the layout of our equipment around the machine.
Very helpful in elaborating more on how the system could work. It was really good to work with somebody who knew exactly what they were on about and kept things simple. Those moments when something went off in your head and you didn't have a solution, you pick up the phone and Robin was always there. One of the biggest reliefs we had, I suppose, was when we turned on the TOMRA and turned on the conveying system. Everything worked. We didn't have one problem to report.
So there was a lot of conversations back and forth about how the system should be set up and detailed. So when we did eventually turned it on, there was trouble-free operation.
Today, Novelplast operates 6 multi-evacuator-based conveying systems from a single control panel, keeping material moving consistently and the sorter running at full capacity.
And I suppose one of the biggest results is we've been providing material for our extrusion lines, quality material. When speccing the conveying system, it was 1 ton. We have exceeded that. We know that we can do probably 1.1, 1.2 ton per hour, depending on the product that we're putting through it.
With smarter material handling, Novelplast has built a more efficient production process, setting a new standard for plastic recycling.